Hi, friends. We have a different venue today. I'm not driving. Hello, everyone. I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes, see if anybody joins us. I don't know if I've... Hey, Jeannie. I'm in my car because I'm coming back from an appointment and it ran longer than I thought, so I pulled off. I'm not driving. Although I wish I had something to block the sun. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started since it's 2:33 and I've been on for a couple of minutes. Hopefully those watching or those that join us later will catch the replay. So, couple of things that have come out recently is we have interim final regulations on surprise billing rules. They're pretty in-depth. I would say I'm not going to go into them because they can get really technical, but I would like to invite everyone to the UBA webinar in August. It'll be on, I believe it's the 10th of August. It's the second Tuesday, where Fisher Phillips will be discussing those regs so that everyone can be aware of what those mean and what they mean for your employees, what they mean for our employers, and hopefully it won't be as technical as I would probably make it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we've got the updated draft 1095C forms for 2021 reporting. There are some new codes this year. Both are related to individual coverage HRAs or IHCRAs. So for those plans that don't have an IHCRA, the codes are the same. No changes there, really. We just do have a new code for individual HRAs. Those draft forms are posted on the IRS website, and comments are currently open. So if you are passionate about those new codes, you can go to the IRS website, irs.gov/forms comments, and let them know how you feel about those. Another couple of things, just kind of high level, I wanted to talk about is if you have a calendar year plan, your 5500 filing is due July 31st. And for those clients of ours that use our partner, which formerly was ABV, that's now Wrangle, if you have not received your 5500 filing, or you've got it and haven't signed it yet, please do so. If you haven't received it, we are working with Wrangle. We only had 2 groups that had not received their 5500 filing as of yet. So we're working to get those out and get those done before the end of the week. Again, those are due by July 31st as well. PCORI fee filing. It's the Patient-Centered Outcome Research Institute fee. That is also due July 31st or Monday, August the 2nd, because the 31st is on a Saturday. If you have a self-funded health plan or a health reimbursement account that is not a part of your medical plan, that fee is applicable. If you have a fully insured plan, the fee applies, but the carrier pays it on your behalf. If you need assistance with the PCORI fee filing, get with your account executive or account manager, and they can help you hopefully obtain the account information from your provider. And then if you need help with the actual form, you can let me know. The filing is done on a quarterly tax form called Form 720, and it is in Part 2. If you don't normally file a quarterly tax form 720, then you would file it for this one quarter for this year for the PCORI fee only. So, some things to watch out for there. We got deadlines looming. This month is actually Monday of this week marked the 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And as such, the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs put out a reasonable accommodation pocket card, as well as a disability rights fact sheet and a little video about disability inclusion. And those are great resources. They're more employee facing than employer facing, but I will post those links with the video just so you can see those. The reasonable accommodation pocket card is a really great short cheat sheet, kind of, that's more HR related, but I felt like it was pertinent to our compliance world and wanted to share that. Any questions on those few things? Hey Diana, it's good to see you. We've talked about an update to the IRS draft forms. We've talked about PCORI fee and 5500 filing. The last thing I want to talk about is premium rebates from carriers. So any questions on anything else that I've not covered or that I'm going to cover before we go? This is going to be a quick Tuesday talk. Again, I'm in my car. I'm sorry, Danny, you missed my intro. Oh no, you're fine. I moved it to 2:30 because I had an appointment that was running long and I still didn't get home in time. So I'm in the parking lot at a bank doing Tuesday talk. The sun is not doing anything for my eyes. Hey, Miss Carol. Hope you're doing well. All right, last but not least, I want to talk about premium credits from carriers. So as part of the COVID Relief Act, a lot of carriers have been issuing premium credits to employers. I know we had a client recently that got a fairly large premium credit on life, disability, and I'm not sure if dental was included or not, but life disability plan for sure. Rather large credit they were not expecting. They received that, again, as part of the COVID relief. And the question is, how do you distribute those funds? We do not have guidance from the Department of Labor on how to issue those funds, but we do have the recommendation to kind of follow the rules of the road of the medical loss ratio rebate reimbursement. So if anybody's ever dealt with that, the first thing you want to do is look at your plan document. Does your plan document specify what will happen to excess funds or premium reimbursements that come from a carrier or a third party? It probably doesn't, unless you have a very individually crafted self-funded plan document. If your plan document doesn't specify, then basically you have to determine what percent of that rebate or refund premium credit is employer dollars and what percent is employee dollars. So, for example, if the employer pays 80% for single coverage and 50% for all other dependent coverage, then if you look at each employee, for the employees that had single coverage, they would get 20%, and those that had family or dependent coverage would get 50% of that share or that portion for them. So you have to allocate the monies per the number of individuals that are covered, and then further break it down by employee, spouse, etc. The other thing is the employer dollars then should be used for the benefit of the plan. And I'm going to apologize for some noise you're going to hear. My husband's getting in the car. So he went to the bank. He's being very quiet. I told him you were coming to get in the car. I just started laughing. So, the premium credit has to be treated that same way as the medical loss ratio rebate. If you've got a specific question about how to distribute it, please don't hesitate to give me a call. The best thing to do is to have a policy about how you handle those so that you can do it the same way year over year over year. The technical release from the Department of Labor on medical loss ratio rebates actually say, if the employer is required to pay a fixed amount, participants are responsible for paying any additional cost. The portion of the rebate under such policy that does not exceed the participant's total for that period goes back to the employer, but then the employer has to use that money for the purpose of benefits. What you can't do is put all the money in a pot and say, we're just going to use this to have a health fair. If the employer pays 100% of the cost, then yes, you can use it to offset participant contributions, etc. Now, the other question is, how do you get that money back to the participants? So that person that gets their 20% or gets their 50%. The best way to do that is a premium holiday. If you issue them money back, then you have to cash it and treat it as cash and tax it. That's what I try to say. So you want to make sure that you offer that either through a premium holiday or something along those lines. So again, if you've got specific questions, please let me know. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything on that. If you don't have a policy, I would put a policy in place, and it can be something as simple as a paragraph that says, this is what we do when we get a premium credit or a rebate. It's divided among the number of participants covered during that particular plan year, and it's further divided by the percentage of their payroll contribution, and the rebate is distributed via payroll holiday. It doesn't have to be anything that formal, that fancy, but it's great if you've got it in writing. So next year, if something happens, you can go back to that document and say, this is what we did, versus trying to remember what you did. So any questions on that? All right, well, that is all I have for today, but I did want to talk about that Corey fee filing, the 5500 filing, and those looming deadlines, and then premium credit for the COVID release. So any questions before we go? Oh, wait just a minute. If you think of something after the fact, feel free to reach out to me via email or phone. My email is deanna@bimgroup.us. Phone is 859-255-9455, extension 123. And I hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon. And we will hopefully be back next week with Tuesday Talk at 2 o'clock. I'm trying to get back on my regular schedule. Things have been a little hectic here during the summer months. But hope everyone is well, and we will talk soon. Thank you.